of 2014, you were feeling pretty normal, but you started to notice that you were having flu-like symptoms, high fever, body aches, congestion, coughing, and all that. Lasted about 2.5 weeks.
Mm-hmm. It just came out
So,
of nowhere. Like we had just the week before we had just took the kids to the baseball park. They had like family friends day and stuff there. Oh, we had a good time. They had face paint and all type of shit. And then like
yeah.
2 days later, I got a fever. I started feeling horrible. Oh my God. I said I got to have the flu because this ain't no cold.
Explain that feeling. The best way that you can explain, like I know you said it was horrible. I've never had the flu, so I don't even know what the flu feels like, but just what were you feeling like? The best of your ability to explain what you were feeling.
I had a high fever. I already have asthma, so I was taking breathing treatments. Uh, I had like severe sinus congestion. My ears was hurting. The body aches, that was the worst. The body aches and the chills. Like I would just be sitting under the covers, just like in the coffin. I couldn't even go to sleep at night. So I had to sleep sitting up because if I laid down, I would just have cotton filled. And I just felt bad, like runny nose.
Yeah.
I had strep throat. I had that, and he was there the whole time.
Right.
Going to the pharmacy, getting medicine. I said,
So
I
you
need
were
to go.
trying to self-medicate
At
because
that
you
time,
were treating it as a cold flu.
right? Because there is no medicine for the flu. You can only treat the symptoms.
Right.
So once it hit like week 2, I said, I'm going to the doctor because I don't know what's going on, but at least, I'm going for my asthma because whenever it flare up, they give me steroids.
Got
So
you.
I said, I need some steroids, so I need to go to the doctor. So I told him how long I had been feeling bad and what my symptoms were and stuff. And he was like, yeah, you're wheezing. You need some steroids and antibiotics. I said, okay, so give me the antibiotics and the steroids. It was so bad. So if I laid down and I could hear the gurgling of the mucus in my chest.
What?
Like, yes, it would just be like.
What, you're laying down and breathing?
And I can hear the gurgling from my chest. So I took the antibiotics. The steroids always run my blood sugars up, so I was dealing with that.
Right.
And it made it better, but then it just kind of lingered around. So then he told me, well, you have walking pneumonia. I said, well, okay. He said, you need another antibiotic for that, and you need to be off work. So he gave me the antibiotics for the walking pneumonia. Okay. That wouldn't be the first time I had that.
Okay. And so nothing seemed off because this is all something that you went through before. So I was like, all right, I got this shit.
I never had walking pneumonia. That was the first time. But it wouldn't be the last time.
Got you. Okay. So meanwhile, so you go to the doctor. Your doctor sends you to a nutritionist. Why did they send you to a nutritionist?
He sent me to a nutritionist because he didn't like, because when he drew labs, he drew everything.
Right.
He didn't like my numbers for my blood sugars.
Okay.
So he sent me to a nutritionist. He said, I'm gonna run some more tests and we'll see what happens. He said, because I'm gonna send you to a specialist. I said, okay. So I go to the nutritionist or whatever because he didn't like my numbers. And he told me, come back and let me run the test. During that time, I got thrush in my mouth. And those with kids, y'all know what thrush is, the white patches around your mouth.
For the ones that don't, could you just explain it for the ones that don't?
I'm jumping way ahead. But yeah. I done jumped ahead too far because it's so much. Okay, so when he said I had the walking pneumonia, it went away. So I felt fine for like a month or two. But I started dropping weight. Like I was just dropping weight. I was trying to lose weight, but I was like, oh, okay, Corinne, whatever you told me is working. But then it started coming off too fast. And I was like, what the hell? And so I got walking pneumonia again. And so I was like, wow, I ain't never had pneumonia. I done had it twice in a year. What is going on? And so I started dropping weight. My stomach started hurting. It was hard for me to eat. Uh, my hair started falling out slowly, so it would come out in chunks. So that's why I started wearing my beanie. It hadn't come out completely.
But were you going crazy at that point? Because I mean, a woman's hair, my hair, like any type of breaker, that I'm freaking out if I comb it and a strand. Look, this now. Oh my God!
I started crying. I was like, oh my God, my hair. So I started like wearing wigs, or I would just wear my beanie. So I just started getting sick. Like I had to go to the hospital. They said I had a viral infection or something that needed to be treated with IV drugs. So I went to the hospital. That was probably June. Yeah, because he came and he was laying on the couch with me after he got off work. He came laying on the couch. He came to every doctor's appointment. My doctor knew him by name.
What was his reactions while he was coming to the doctors with you and hearing what the doctors are saying? They're trying to figure out what's wrong with you. Because I know at one point you came from a doctor's appointment, you went home, and you and him were on the computer looking up different cancers.